What type of doctor is Dr. Pepper? He's a physician. Today, I'm going to recap a 2017 action crime film called Kill 'Em All. The movie begins with the independent states from the former Yugoslavia, who have been fighting each other for 10 years, creating disaster and death. As a result, NATO and the US bombed the two countries to end the war. Nevertheless, many mobsters and criminals are now at large, and intelligence agencies in each country are trying to catch them around the world. Philip climbs into his car, while brief flashbacks show us how he fought a criminal group in a hospital. Next, a doctor named Suzanne is questioned by FBI agents about what happened at the hospital. When an agent shows her a picture of Philip, she states that she saw him for the first time at the hospital, and he saved her from the criminals. Unfortunately, she now thinks Philip is dead. The FBI agents are baffled as to how she survived, while all of the other patients and doctors were killed. Also, since the hospital's database is damaged, FBI agents cannot confirm that she is really a doctor. As a result, Suzanne is suspected of being part of the criminal group. Later, we see what happened that day at the hospital. Two ambulances brings in people wounded by firearms. Philip, who has been wounded in the arm and head, is handed over to Suzanne. FBI agents reveal to Suzanne the names of two dangerous criminals, Radovan and Zoran. They are two mercenary brothers, ready to kill anyone for the right amount of money. In 1999, in Bosnia, we see the two brothers killing 3 hostages. Later, they are attacked by a group of civilians seeking revenge because the two brothers had killed their family members. The FBI agent says that the mercenary brothers are professionals, so it is very strange that she survived that day in the hospital. We see how Radovan enters the hospital with a gun and scares everyone away by shooting into the air. He approaches a body and discovers the face of his brother, Zoran. Philip gets out of bed and loads his gun. Radovan promises his brother that he will take revenge, and he starts killing everyone he meets. Suzanne runs into the hallway and is caught by Radovan, who orders her to take him to Philip. Just then, the protagonist arrives and a gunfight breaks out. Shortly afterwards, badly wounded and without bullets, Philip runs away with Suzanne. She refuses to leave the hospital and stays with Philip to take care of his wounds. Later, Klaus, the leader of the criminal group, arrives, together with his henchmen. Radovan informs him that Philip has escaped, and Klaus orders him to find and kill him. Returning to the interrogation, FBI agents are handed photos of the minister along with his bodyguards. It turns out that the criminal group were indeed the bodyguards of the former minister. Next, the various members of the criminal group are introduced. The scene shifts to 6 months ago in Los Angeles. One of the henchmen, Dusan, begins hand-to-hand combat with an Asian man. Dusan easily manages to defeat the enemy, despite being unarmed. Then we meet Almira, another henchwoman, thanks to her charm, who manages to deceive and kill her enemies. We see Ivan, a Russian mercenary and loyal henchman of Klaus's gang. At the hospital, the 3 split up to search for Philip and kill him. In the meantime, he and Suzanne are hiding in a lab, and she tends to his wounds. He reveals to her that some time ago, he was working together with the 3 mercenaries. The scene shifts to an LA hotel, where Philip and the other henchmen have been hired to defend the minister, who has an important meeting with a mob boss. After receiving an envelope, the minister and the bodyguards begin to walk away. Nevertheless, one of the bodyguards, Zoran, takes a gun from a safe and starts shooting at the other bodyguards. Philip is forced to fight him, and Zoran wounds him with a knife. However, Philip finally kills him with a gun. Back at the hospital, Philip tells her that he must go to the 6th floor to find the minister, and Suzanne promises to help him. During the interrogation, one of the FBI agents claims that Philip is a mercenary. Nonetheless, Suzanne claims that she did not know that, and by the way, he saved her life. Later, the FBI agents begin to talk about Philip's past. He was born in the former Yugoslavia and had fought in the war. He had a politician for a father who was against the war. Therefore, he was often threatened and was forced to move frequently. Unfortunately, one day his enemies killed the father right in front of Philip's eyes. That incident changed his life, and he became the man he is today. Dusan emerges from a room with his hands raised. He signals for Suzanne to hide and then throws a knife at Philip, who manages to dodge it, and then the two begin hand-to-hand combat. Philip smashes Dusan's nose and stabs him to death. Klaus tries to contact him, but Dusan is now dead. Later, Suzanne and Philip meet and take the stairs to the 6th floor. During interrogation, FBI agents still suspect that she is part of the criminal group, but Suzanne claims that helping is her job. At the hospital, Suzanne and Philip decide to stop, to rest for a while and regain their strength. He is exhausted and needs food and water. Klaus contacts Radovan and states that he is coming to him. Walking down the hallway, Philip collapses on the floor with no strength, and Suzanne tries to help him. Meanwhile, another henchman enters the same floor where they are. While she treats his wounds, Philip confesses that he would like to meet her, but first he must finish something, and he promises that they will come out of this hell alive. Klaus and Radovan meet in the hallway and begin checking the rooms. Philip and Suzanne hear them, and they run away when the two criminals enter a room. Klaus and Radovan go out into the hallway again and find blood on the floor. While Suzanne and Philip hide in a small room, Radovan continues to search but doesn't find them. Afterwards, Klaus orders the other two henchmen to go to the 3rd floor to search for them. During the interrogation, the FBI agent receives a dossier on Suzanne. To confirm that it's Suzanne, the FBI agent asks her a couple of personal questions and compares the answers with the information in the dossier. She answers the questions correctly, but then the FBI agent discovers that she has been arrested in the past. She relates that she almost killed her ex because he tried to beat her up. She reveals that she has a black belt in Aikido, and the FBI agent is stunned. Thinking that all the goons have gone to the 3rd floor, Suzanne and Philip go out into the hallway. However, they meet Yvonne. Philip tells Suzanne to hide while he takes care of Yvonne. Meanwhile, Yvonne informs Almira about Suzanne, and as a result, the two meet. Almira tells her that now no one will help her, and Yvonne will beat Philip, because he always has. The two men begin to fight. Suzanne and Almira also begin hand-to-hand combat. Suzanne manages to dominate Almira and then tries to strangle her with a wire, killing her. Philip gets the better of Yvonne and breaks his neck, and then goes to get Suzanne and discovers that she has killed Almira. She says she has to stop for a while, because she is not used to this. On the other hand, Philip tells her that they have to reach the 6th floor before the mercenaries, and they cannot stop. If she is left alone, she will surely be killed by Klaus and Radovan. Nevertheless, she decides to escape from the hospital alone. Here the scene shifts to little Philip, watching his mother pack her bags. After her husband's death, her enemies began chasing her to kill her. She no longer has papers and cannot escape the country. The only thing she can do is help her son escape the country. His mother tells him to stay strong and not to forget her. He now perceives his separation from Suzanne as a separation from his mother. The man who killed Philip's father is named Dimitri, and he is the former minister of Bosnia. Philip's mother told him that Dimitri was the enemy of the people, and from that day on, Philip saw Dimitri as his greatest enemy. Later, Philip's uncle took the boy under his wing and taught him martial arts, how to use weapons, and other things. Next, we see Philip learning how to assemble an AK-47 and how to shoot it. After years of training, Philip changed his name to join Dimitri. We see Philip fighting a man, while Dimitri, Klaus, and his henchmen watch him. After defeating the opponent, Klaus accepts him into the criminal organization, the Black Hand, and orders Dusan to put a mark on his chest. The FBI agents reveal that Philip joined this organization only to reach Dimitri and kill him to avenge his father's death. Then the FBI agents tell Suzanne what happened that day at the hotel. Dimitri met with a Mexican criminal to get help escaping from Ecuador to Venezuela. He planned to escape there to avoid being punished for his war crimes. Philip had discovered this and took a rifle to kill them. He managed to shoot Dimitri and another henchman, but then a man hit him in the head from behind. Philip then managed to kill him, but because of the head wound, he collapsed on the ground. Here it becomes obvious that Philip wants to reach the 6th floor to take revenge and kill Dimitri, the former minister. On the other hand, his henchmen try to stop him and save their boss. FBI agents tell Suzanne that she made the right choice when she decided to abandon him. At that point, she reveals that she tried to escape, but on the stairs, she heard a noise and decided to return. On the 5th floor, she found several bodies on the floor. They are the bodyguards of Dimitri, who Philip ruthlessly killed. As she wanders down the hallway, Radovan arrives on the 5th floor in a hurry. Philip arrives on the 6th floor and finds Dimitri still alive. Dimitri asks him who shot him and asks for help. Philip points the gun at his stomach and tells him that he killed his father. He then shoots him a couple of times. During the interrogation, Suzanne reveals that she heard the gunshots, but did not see who killed Dimitri. After getting his revenge, Philip tries to leave, but Radovan arrives and calls him. As Radovan walks down the corridor, Philip surprises him and disarms him. Subsequently, hand-to-hand combat breaks out. Klaus arrives but takes a stab wound between the legs. Then Philip continues to beat up Radovan, while Suzanne hides. Philip manages to get the better of Radovan, and throws him onto the roof through a window. The two continue to fight, and Klaus finds Suzanne and tries to kill her. Klaus starts to strangle her, and she takes a pair of scissors off the table and hits him several times in the neck. The police also arrive and break into the hospital. On the roof, with difficulty, Philip manages to kill Radovan, breaking his neck. Philip manages to escape before the police arrive, and this is where Suzanne's story ends. Subsequently, she is released, and the scene shifts to Philip. Wounded and exhausted, he climbs into his car and drives away. He arrives at the hospital and sees Suzanne being taken away by the police. Next, the FBI agents finally check the hospital's database and discover that Suzanne is not actually a doctor. She killed the real doctor and stole her uniform. It is revealed that Suzanne had been working for Philip since the beginning. Furthermore, one of the FBI agents worked with them to assassinate mafia boss, Dimitri. We see Philip and Suzanne drive away. If you enjoyed this video, don't be shy to hit the like button, and if you disliked it, hit the dislike button twice, just to be sure. It would be best if you watched the whole movie. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this.